Look me in my eyes, welcome to the dark side. Do or die, homicide, call me if you down to drop. Everybody getting money like I said they would. Call on me, let me put...
Talk about it. Yo, the fuck is going on, everybody? Blackout The Rebels, Dark Side Radio in the fucking building. We are back. Took a little hiatus, had to get things together. Fuck traffic court. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one of those one of those episodes when I look back on was like, this is one of my favorite ones for more than one reason. Today, I don't know if you guys actually been paying attention and keeping up to date, but today marks the fucking second year anniversary of Dark Side Radio has been in full effect.
Man, congrats.
So like I said, there's a method to my madness. I didn't introduce the man yet, but I'm just letting you know this is why I was going so hard to make sure that you was here on a specific reason.
That's wild.
Originally, the whole July was supposed to be set aside to give thanks and give homage to a lot of the people that were either with me in the beginning of my musical career or the people that helped me in the industry. You, of course, were one of them because I'm gonna get into the intro later, but you know why.
Okay.
Microphone bully, Alex Mendez. He was one of the people that was very influential with just giving me raw, real opinions and answers about how to move in this industry. If you know what I'm talking about, you know he's a cutthroat nigga and he does not pull no punches. He will tell you if that's stupid, he's not fucking with it, and I respected and I loved and applauded him for that. So shout outs to him. Of course, DJ Instincts, the owner, he used to own Street Chemistry. That's where I got my stripes in this music industry, being in the media. I was a creative consultant. I was a blogger for them for about 3 years or so. So shout out to all these great people who helped make Dark Side Radio and Blackout The Rebel possible. But we're going to get into this motherfucker right now.
Oh, man. Okay.
Like I said, there's a specific and special reason why I wanted to have him here on the actual anniversary. Because had it not been for this man, you probably may have not even heard me at all rap.
I don't know if that's completely true, bro. Like,
as I recall,
okay,
we had a certain program. First of all, let's take it back. Y'all niggas don't understand how far back we go. So, straight out of class of 02 from IS8, we were in class 5-226 with Miss Hassan. My nigga right here. I'm not gonna say his government name, but my nigga Olu Bliss is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. So,
yo, man, I'm like, you just dropped like several bombs.
Yeah.
Like figuratively and literally. I didn't know it was the second year anniversary. Congrats, man. Like,
Thank you.
This is tight. I'm super honored to like even be here right now.
Of course, man.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I do what I can. Listen, man. Let's go into it. So
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
This is gonna be one of those episodes. I'm telling you.
Okay.
So, as I recall, there was a certain program that we had in 5th grade, an ACT program, which I still follow on Facebook today. I'm still waiting for those fucking responses, motherfuckers. So I'm gonna check y'all when I see y'all about that. But anyway, now for those of you guys who do not know what ENAC program is a very great program that I was very happy to be a part of. They come to schools, they come to classrooms, and they do a lot of improvisation games and things of that nature.
It was so tight.
And it was mad fun. First of all, anything that takes you away from learning is fun. Kids do not give a fuck.
Yes.
Niggas could have a fucking tsunami, fucking drill, and there's nothing but volcanoes around. Niggas don't care. We're just gonna leave the classroom and know we're not learning for this certain amount of time. But they came through. We would do improvisation games. We would do games that helped us learn how to act, harness our comedic skills, things of that nature. Just our artistic side was being exercised and utilized during that time. Now, at the end of this program, they mandated that you have to do a performance.
Oh!
So, I don't know where the fuck I came from with this idea. I don't know if it was my idea. I think it might have been my idea. But I just said, fuck it. Why don't we just put on a rap?
Yeah.
None of us, and I mean none of us ever spit before that day, before that moment. I don't know what told me to do it. And I wasn't so true. And I was just like, yo, let's just fucking do it. We didn't have like all you millennial niggas, y'all niggas have it so fucking easy. Like the amount of technology is at your that's at your fingertips is uncanny. Back in the days, niggas like we was past the boombox in era.
We had the Walkmans.
We had the Walkman.
You know
but I don't know if you remember this performance closely, but we said fuck the bullshit, nigga. We gonna take it raw.
Yeah, we went.
My nigga, yes, Olu Bliss.
I remember.
My nigga,
I remember.
Nigga Jeremy Street was on the desk. We put a microphone to the desk so niggas can hear them with the beats. They had their pens and pencils, and they was just on. There
was a fourth person.
Jason, what's up?
Jace, wow.
Yeah, nigga. Listen, man, I does this.
Yes.
So the three of us put together a rap. So it was me, myself, and Jason. We was the ones rapping. Olu Bliss here and Jeremy Street. They were the ones that were doing the beats. I came up on there on some ghetto fabulous like No Limit shit. I remember I had this bright ass Perry Ellis windbreaker with mad fucking jewelry.
I'm sure there was a headband involved.
I think there was a head.
There was definitely
I think it was like an armband and like a fitted wild shit. Yeah. But long story short, I did some rap. It was probably like the wackest shit in the world. I remember I did some shit. It was like stop and you stop the beat. I was like LL style. And I kept rapping to it. It was cool, but it was whack as shit. But we was having fun. And it was at that moment where I got off the stage where I said, this is what I want to do with the rest of my motherfucking life.
That's crazy.
So I could not be here if it was not for Jason Warsop, for Jeremy Street, and for Olu Bliss to my right. So y'all motherfuckers really got to give it up because I don't know where I would be. And there would be no Dark Side. There would be no Tommy for mainstream right here. So yeah, there's a lot of things go.
Wow, you just gonna start it off like that?
That's how I start off. Yes, sir.
Okay, man. Yo, that's crazy though. I remember that. Did I even write? Did I rap or I just did the?
Nah, you was just doing the
Okay,
beats.
cool. Because I didn't rap until later, probably.
Yes.
Because we had those notebooks, boy. We can get into that later, but we had bars in the notebooks, just like.
Who says we can't get into it right now?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we would. All right, so we would. From that moment on. We would like always like music heads, music heads. So we always listen to Hot 97 at night, like find out whatever the new song is, whatever the new Eminem song, whatever the new you know what I mean, whatever it was. And then we would just like write. We had notebooks, and we would come back the next day during lunch. It wasn't even lunch. It wasn't even lunch. Morning, straight up in the morning, pulling out the notebooks like, yo, what bars you got? I got bars for you. You got bars for me. Like it was crazy.
Yes.
Wow, that was a good start.
Nigga, listen, I don't know if you saw my shows, but I does this.
Okay.
So, moving on, I can remember another memory that you probably forgot all about. As a matter of fact, we were right in front of St. Albans Park. We didn't get off, I think we got off the dollar van because we was just coming from the Ave or something like that.
Oh, man, and wait, these trips to the Ave?
Yo, the trips to the Ave after IS8 was legendary, son.
Legendary.
We didn't even give no fucks. We didn't change our uniforms. We just up there just trying to get the dollar pizza, trying to get these girls, and getting the $5 instrumentals.
Yes, the bootleg dude
on the
was like
mat.
Our best friend.
That's a fact.
Like he would give us these deals. He knew exactly who we were. He already had stuff stashed for us. Like, and that dude was there for decades. Like for a long time after, not decades, but like he was there for a long time.
Legend has it he was born inside of the Ave.
He just grew up on that corner.
Like, he was just there. Like him and the blue mat just emerged and the Ave came after.
But back, you saying?
Yes, back to what I was saying. We was across the street from St. Albans Park. We just got off the dollar van, I believe. We came from the Ave. There was some line that I can't finish, but I know you started it off so hard, and I was like, where the fuck did he come from that? This nigga said, I will smack you with the bottle broken while the bottle's open.
Oh,
I was like, okay, so this nigga's different. I don't know what he was listening to, but okay, I feel where he's coming from. I got it.
Yo, wow.
The memories that we have is legendary. As a matter of fact, he's very serious when he said that we were extreme music heads. I can actually remember when I came back from a college tour one summer, and I'm on the phone with him. And he was like, "Yo, you gotta listen to this nigga named Kanye West. He has this new track called Through the Wire."
People don't believe me. They don't believe me.
Word. I was like, all right, because it's you, I'm gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna see what it's hitting for. I listened to that shit. I was like, oh nah, this nigga is the truth out here. Like, I can't, like, I would never dismiss anything that this nigga says when it comes to music. So I was like, I gotta see what it's hitting for. Matter of fact, another groundbreaker with this guy. I came to your house. The funny thing about coming to this motherfucker's house, we would have this game where we would steal each other's shit and see if we can actually like peep it before it's missing.
Right.
And a lot of times we don't. You be like, yo, listen, you forgot this. I'm like, bitch, nigga, what the fuck did you steal it?
Exactly. Yo, that was hilarious.
You gotta stay on your toes in dark side. I'm telling you, it's not a game out here. But I remember there was one day I came to your house and you was like, yo, this nigga is crazy. I was like, all right, so what's so crazy about him? This nigga raps every letter of his
Pat.
Yeah, Pat Bruce.
Yo,
put me on the alphabetical slaughter. I was like,
what
the fuck? What do you mean he raps to every letter? He was like, yo, just here. I listened to that shit. I was like, what in the fuck is that? Is that even fucking legal?
That was legendary.
So yeah, there's a 1,000,000,001 memories that I have with this guy. So it makes sense why I had to make sure that I get you on a certain day, because it's not like, please believe, it's not like I just forgot all about him. Like, one thing about me is that I don't want to like seem like I'm riding your coattails or anything.
Nah,
because you started blowing the fuck up really fucking quick.
I mean,
and at that time we had like different circles and everything. We would stay in touch here and there, wish each other happy birthday and shit. But it's not like we was in high school. It's not like we was
exactly.
in school. So I didn't want it to seem like, yo, I'm hopping on the bandwagon, like, yo, remember me? But nah.
But like, it wouldn't even. That's not even an option, because we like spent so much time together growing up. Yeah. Like, you can't erase that, bro.
This is
true. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even like. That's not gonna happen.
True. But just for precautions, I always looked at you and I was like, yo, I am 100% proud of this motherfucker. Like,
yo,
listen, man, this is all luck of the Irish or luck of the African American, I should say. I'll tell you how this all came to be later. But yeah, I would just see you moving and I was just like, yo, this motherfucker is really doing it. And y'all have to understand, the Olu Bliss that you guys are hearing now is not the Olu Bliss that I knew when we first started. Like you said, we started out rapping. When you get to hear this motherfucker's music, for those of you guys who are not privy to his music, you're gonna understand, like, yo, this is very fucking different than what the fuck y'all niggas is talking about.
Completely different.
So for me, it was like I respected the fact that you of course kept pushing for your dreams. Yeah. But I also respected the fact that you went outside your comfort zones. You started doing different things. You started linking with different people. Started getting inspiration from different genres, and you created something that sounds beautiful, sounds positive, sounds organic, and sounds real. And that's something that you can't find a lot of times these days, especially in your genre, because the shit that you make is not anything like what the fuck I'm hearing out here. Yeah. Like, there's no trap bass. Nah. There's no whipping in the kitchen. Nah. I don't understand it. Like, I don't get it.
If I'm like baking cakes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but where else am I gonna go with this? I mean, do I want to hit them with a song?
It's on you, man. What do you feel? You gotta. He's gonna bring out some old songs.
I mean, listen. I don't know what you consider old, but I mean, we have this thing every now and then that I do on the show. It's a little segment I call Memory Monday. Okay. So it will take us a little bit.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go there.
It will take us down.
I mean, we're already there.
This is true.
Yeah. Let's do it.
First track on Memory Monday. We have to get to one of my favorite records from this album that I heard back in 2010, and I was just blown the fuck away, because even at that time R&B wasn't what he was doing or what they were doing, and to have that authenticity, to have that that popish but realistic feel was just a breath of fresh air. So without further ado, one of my favorite tracks from the Deja Vu self-titled project, K.I.M., aka Keeping It Moving, or Keep It Moving, I should say. This is Darkside Radio, Blackout The Rebel, Olu Bliss. We'll be right back.
Thinking we would never fall. But baby, you missed the call. And now you're gonna lose it all. Keep it moving. 'Cause I got nothing for you. And now it's over. But now I'm just ignoring you. You're just so immature, telling me the love is pure. 1 foot in and out the door. You act look like you're a fool. Try to get me with those constant lies. Try to fool me with those tears you cry. Use your friend as your alibis. But I see through your disguise. You keep it moving. I got nothing for you. Now I just ignore you. You played the part too well. No one could ever tell. You came and stopped and broke this whole no way. No way. You played the part too well. No one could ever tell. You came and stole and broke this whole no way. And I'm gonna take this further. I got nothing for you. Just ignore you.
Yeah. Blackout The Rebel, Dark Side Radio. We are back.
Wow.
Olu Bliss. We just took you down memory lane with our segment Memory Monday. That was a track from Olu Bliss and his group Deja Vu from 2010. Their self-titled project. That was Keep It Moving, aka KIM. I guess I could see that was my favorite record.
I'm like, yo, bro, I haven't listened to that song
I know you
so
haven't.
long.
I know.
It feels like a Nardwuar moment.
Yeah.
You're on your Nardwuar right now.
Listen,
You know
I
what I
does
mean?
it. Listen, I'm gonna get sure I does this.
Right.
But the reason why I love that song, the tempo hit me immediately. It just has that little catchy, upbeat feel, and I was just like, damn, I needed that. I don't know what I was going through at the time, but I remember I needed that. And I feel like whether it's bad times or good times, you need a nice, positive, pick you up type of song, and I feel like that was it. What I also like, if you got, it's Deja Vu is still available. You guys can still find it.
You gotta dig.
Listen, man, I does this. If
You
y'all
gotta
hit me
dig.
up, I know where to get it.
You gotta
Like, I got
dig.
it. I got it for the low. But it was 5 tracks on that project. I feel like that was the best song, or my favorite song, because out of those 5 songs, I think that was the song where I got to see the most musical range as far as your vocal cords go.
Right.
Like, your other songs were great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the high notes that you were hitting was more so done in that record as opposed to the other ones.
Right.
Like
right.
Back to Your World was a lot more laid back.
Super laid back.
Crush was a little bit more laid back.
Yeah.
There was, I mean, of course, there was still range, there was still notes being carried, and it was still melodic and great. But it was that song where it was just, you hear these notes, it's like, yo, especially like I said, for me, this is a smacking with the bottle broken while the bottle's open, nigga. And now he's talking about keep it moving because I ain't got
Southside
nothing for
Jamaica
you.
Queen.
I was just like, wow, that's
For
how
real,
we feel, my
bro.
nigga. Like, we just dropping all the gangster shit. We just trying to be a pretty boy nigga out here.
Yo.
I heard you.
Yo, it's that was on purpose too because we're like we had all this like smooth, and I was like, yo, I want to show range. You know what I mean? Anything that I do music wise, I want to be able to show range because like I said, as a music head, I have so many different influences, and I never wanted to like pigeonhole myself into one sound because once you do that and then you switch it up, everybody be like, oh, he changed, oh, he switched it. So I'm just like, yo, don't ever get comfortable. Yeah, don't ever get comfortable with the sound. You train people how to listen to you, and then when you come up with something different, they're not shocked. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always think about it. So for that song, that track, I was like, yo, we gotta do something that's just different. That's different from how everything else sounds. And it was probably I don't know. I feel like it was probably the last song that I wrote or that we wrote for that record, and it just like. And I was saying this earlier. I like that part when the song dips out and it comes back in. That was like for me because like we had been performing a little bit, and that's really how I really started performing, doing live shows when I was in college. And I was like, "Yo, this part is gonna go crazy because that's where the crowd gets to like
you get
really
to interact.
Yeah, I'm like move it, and I made the crowd say it, and then like the crowd they just eat it up. Yeah, and I was just like, "Yo, they'll just say anything. You just say, repeat after me. They'll repeat it." So it was like, that was
say dick, you say pussy. Dick. It don't matter, man. Listen.
Yo, it don't matter. Somebody's gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's always one wild nigga in the back. Pussy.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Even in church.
This nigga doesn't even have the stamp. He's still at the door getting checked. This nigga just, I heard when he says dick, I gotta say pussy.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the reason why I like that part is because, like I said, you don't hear this type of music. Well, especially even back then, in 2010, the sound was very different when it comes to R&B, when it comes to pop. The time of actual musical solos, drum solos, guitar solos, those days is very, very far and long ago. Yeah, a lot of people don't remember those days. If you're not a real music head, then you're not remembering, great bands like my favorite band of all time, Journey, and right after them is Bon Jovi. They would have these nice, sick guitar solos, and you would have drum solos, from other bands and things like that. It gives the audience a chance to like just mellow out, not even mellow out, just zone out. It also gives the performer a chance to interact and engage with the crowd.
But like, not to cut you off, but I'm gonna cut you off. But like, even just you hear what he just said, like that's why also we got along so well because we're like two kids from Southside Jamaica, Queens, in the baddest neighborhoods, in the baddest like school. And we're talking about, we go from bottle broken with the bottle open to Journey and Bon Jovi. You know what I mean? Because like we were always like multifaceted that way. Like I feel like at one point we were like really into Maroon 5.
Nigga.
Like I was very into Maroon 5. There's still like a big influence.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? But like even just like the fact that we're so we could talk about Joe Budden, we could talk about
facts.
You know what I mean? We could talk about G Unit versus Shady. We could do all that, but then go back to Bon Jovi, Journey, like whatever, like rock or alternative. You know what I mean? So it was like it's cool to have that versatility.
Yes, it is. It's cool because it inspires you and it's influential. Reason why I'm saying that is because I happen to have watched a certain title video of you where you were explaining your top 5 most influential albums. And I know, and Maroon 5's Songs About Jane happened to be on there. It was the 4th one, I believe. Fourth one was Songs About Jane. The very last one was, of course, Tupacalypse Now.
Tupac,
but no, I'm sorry.
No,
it was like all eyes on me.
It was. Did I say all eyes on me?
I think it was all eyes.
I think I might have used a cheat code on that one.
No, you didn't use the cheat code.
I didn't use the cheat code. Okay.
Yeah, it was Tupacalypse. No, I'm sorry. It was All Eyes on Me.
Okay.
Songs About Jane from Maroon 5. you use the cheat codes for your man's John Mayer,
John Mayer
and D'Angelo.
That's who I use the cheat code for. Yeah.
And by cheat codes, if you got to go to the title and you got to look at the video. When he says cheat codes, they said you have to pick your favorite album. What this Southside Dark Side ass nigga does is takes the best of album, which is a collaboration of all of the albums that the person has done.
Why not?
And goes from there.
Why not?
Which is a cheat code. I respect it.
Complete.
I fucks with it. Yeah.
Complete.
But there was one person, I forgot the name. I think it was a female.
It was Corinne Bailey Ray.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Bro, she's just so smooth. It's just, I like, yo. I went to sleep so many times to that album. Like, it was
she
so
was
crazy.
ambient.
Yeah, I've been on so many planes just listening to her and just being like, yo, I'm good. Like, you know, like, and it was so different because she's from like the UK. Like, I literally just like thought about, I probably said this in the video too. I just listened to it and I just thought about like being like in a field of like, maybe not flowers because that's but like in the field of like just in the country dreams. I mean, in the countryside in like London, just chilling, because that's exactly the picture she painted. And I never even experienced that. And I was like, yo, this sounds like a real, just really relaxing environment. You know? But her voice did it all, you know, and the music behind it. Yeah.
That's one special thing about music. And that's another element I feel that this new mumble rap, and I hate to be that guy to always bash mumble rap, but I gotta call a spade a spade. Music has the power to give you a certain mood. It has the power to give you thought, invoke thought, and it also has the power to take you places. Like, you can close your eyes and you can listen to certain music and it can put you in a certain space. Once again, watch the video. You'll see that this man will explain, oh, when I listen to John Mayer, it places me in Paris.
Oh,
when you listen to D'Angelo, it puts you in Brazil.
Yeah.
When you listen to what's her name, Bailey?
Corinne Bailey Ray.
Corinne Bailey Ray, you said it puts you in Peru, I believe.
Did I say Peru for her?
I think you said Peru.
Okay. Yeah.
Maroon 5, I forgot where it puts you.
I can't remember.
But yeah.
But it's actually funny because I saw that video earlier today, because I like, you know, you do stuff and then you just don't think about it anymore. But I didn't click to watch it. Damn, if I would have clicked, I would remember all that stuff right now. Okay. But yo, y'all should go on Tidal. Olu Bliss, OLUBLISS. Yes, and it's a dope interview that I did with Tidal. And shout out to them because they made me a rising artist, and I was like artist of the week.
Yeah.
And yeah, they showed love. Hella love.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Fucks with it for that. Okay, so what is it?
I didn't meet Jay though. But we going. That's a shot.
That's a shot. That's a little shot.
Like, where we go? It's okay.
It's all right. So I think we can move on now. What I'm basically doing for you guys is I'm giving you guys a timeline. So from 2010, some things happened, and I guess maybe we can get into that after the song of Deja Vu, the group, and now Olu Bliss, the solo artist.
Right.
2011 hits. This man comes out with his debut project, In Contrast.
Ooh, we going there.
We're going there.
I should have known. We were
of course, yeah, you should have. I don't know what's wrong with you. One of my favorite songs, and I believe it was probably one of the breakout songs from that project, we're gonna go to right now is Miles Away from my nigga Olu Bliss. We're gonna be right back. Dark Side Radio, Blackout The Rebels. Stay tuned.
Too long, suffering tragedies of love. Some say my clouds bring rainy days, but I see colors in shades of gray, and all of my keys don't open doors, but I keep going, running. Miles away, the sun's just miles away. It's miles away. So many signs they align. You find the truth someday. And if you ever wanted to change your mind, I'll gladly help you find the way. And as I look deep into your eyes, ooh, I see you burn, fly again, 'cause it's miles away. Oh, the sun's just miles away. Oh, 'cause it's miles away. Still holding on to yesterday. Why? Tomorrow's passing by. Never look back to remember what the future holds. Just live your life, and if you would just enjoy the ride, it's worth another day. It's worth another day. Just a miles away. Oh, the sun's just miles away. It's miles away. The sun's just miles away.
Blackout The Rebel, Dark Side Radio, Olu Bliss, we are back. You just heard Miles Away from Olu Bliss's debut project, In Contrast. Came out in 2011.
2011.
So I was miles away from here. That was miles ago.
Yeah, that was a lot of miles.
Yeah. During the music, I was actually thinking about what we was talking about before the break, when we was talking about the music that inspired you and the places that brought you to.
Right.
I remember now. Tupac, All Eyes on Me actually brought you back to your native home, Nigeria.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Nigga, I know,
that's
right?
exactly what it was. Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
But yeah, just making sure I know my shit, keeping up.
You on it.
Listen, man, I tried.
Yeah.
Right before the song came back, I told him I have another memory for him. I believe we're gonna take you guys back about 4 years.
We're gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back in the time.
4 years ago, there happened to be a little birthday party at a Brooklyn loft, and I was invited. And of course, this is my dude from 5th grade. How could I say no? I had to make it. I didn't even know how the fuck I was getting there. And y'all gotta understand, I'm really a dark side nigga. Like, I don't really be out in Brooklyn like that. Like, if only times I go out there is I was smashing the chick, and even then it's just like, bitch, you gonna meet me halfway and come back to my crib. But anyway, I made it there, and I was so fucking late because I didn't know where the fuck I was. And I'm calling him, hitting this nigga up, and he's not hitting me back. And I'm like, yo, how the fuck you invite a nigga and then not pick the fucking phone up? So I'm racing up the steps finally, and I get there, and I look to my right, and that's why this nigga's performing. It wasn't just like a birthday party. This nigga brought everybody through and was like, oh, nah, I'm gonna force y'all niggas to listen to my shit.
Pretty much.
And that's pretty much why I was getting dubbed the whole fucking time. But I actually happened to come in, I think, at the part when you were doing Miles Away, and I was just listening, and I was like, damn, so this is where the fuck we've come from now. Because I think, to be honest, I feel like I went back and got Deja Vu. That's when we like really kind of met back up and really rekindled. And I was listening to that, and I was like, oh shit, this is what the fuck you've been up to. And then I started to, like, you sent me the links and everything, and I listened to Deja Vu and shit. And I was just like, oh, okay. All right, this nigga's different now. This nigga's on his root shit. Like, I like it. I fucks with it. And it was just so refreshing, because it's different. It was a different feel because y'all like listen. I was like y'all don't understand how much of a dark sidian I really was. Like
it was gritty. It was gritty.
So to come there and it was just all of these like eco-friendly motherfucking like earthly some hippie.
I'm sure there was some vegans in there.
Yeah, there was a lot of vegans in there.
It was one or two vegans in there.
Yeah, it was just a different feel. Everybody was very positive. Everybody was very conscious, woke, if you will. And it was just a different state of mind, state of being. And I was just like, I kind of understand now why we definitely became a little distant because I was still hanging around. I was still hanging around my hood niggas doing hood shit. Yeah. And then this motherfucker was over here doing some real like peace to the world type shit. And I was like, okay, all right. So maybe I should start doing what the fuck he's doing. But yeah, Miles Away happened to be one of my favorite tracks from that album. I definitely tried to look for that movie that it was inspired from.
Yo,
Breathless.
Yeah.
If you guys have seen it, you probably haven't. It's a black and white movie.
Yeah.
Please believe I went on 123movies.fun. That's what it's changed to now. Like the domain changes every 2 weeks.
Did you watch it?
I tried. I couldn't find it.
Oh man, it has a French name. It has a French name.
Oh, that's why.
Because it has an English name.
It translates to Breathless. Yeah. God damn it. All right.
Because
when you type in Breathless, you get some shit with Richard Gere. And trust me. Yeah,
so they made a remake.
That's not it.
They made a remake. And so that Richard Gere movie, is the remake, which I refuse to watch. It actually was a remake.
You're just more prone to the original.
Yeah, exactly. And what's it? All right, hold on. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Shout out to Mainstream for being on point. He got that fucking Kanye playing. As a matter of fact, I fucks with you for playing that because I'm actually doing a blog for Voiceless Music. This is one of my biggest blogs, my biggest stories, I think, to date. And I think I'm gonna have to break it down into at least 3 or 4 different parts. That's how big it is. But it's pretty much gonna be called 2 words for mumble rap.
Oh.
2 words is inspired from Kanye West's song that you're listening to right now. 2 words from the College Dropout
Everybody
album.
snapped on this song.
Nigga, Mos Def and Freeway.
First
of all, this is when Freeway was really Freeway. I think this was before he got killed by
This
Cass.
is before Cassidy.
Yeah, this is before Cass.
This is before Cass.
BC. See what I did there?
BC.
Slaps on D. But nah, yes.
Well, you should be able to find it on the Breathless because it's by Jean-Luc. If you put in Jean-Luc Godard, it's like a boot de souffle or something like that. Mm-hmm. I think that's the translation, but it's just it's a really interesting because French New Wave is a very interesting genre.
Yeah,
it's black and white. They have like really bad like hard cuts.
Yeah,
but there were just certain things in the movie that just made me so like drawn to it.
Yeah,
you know, it was just like. The travel aspect, I just became like a really big like travel person, and and it was just like France in the 1960s, and like this dude was a thief. It was just, and there was like a love story in it. So it was just like
people from opposite tracks.
Right. So
somehow.
it was just really like I don't know. I was just like really interested in the whole thing. But back to what I was saying, it was really interesting that you said that the Keep It Moving song was like when I had like I was just hitting more like high notes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, even in Miles Away, it was like an extension of like me even like coming into that kind of like a little bit of a fuller voice, you know, because the whole time it's just like, you're just going to see, and it's still, you know, my voice is still growing as an artist and it's still kind of changing and shifting and kind of working into, you know, a texture. Mm-hmm. But it was really interesting you say that because on Miles Away, I was like, that was another time where I was like, all right, I'm going to like have a full voice on the track. Mm-hmm. You know?
I like the direction that you're going in as far as where your voice is going. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend likes your voice.
Oh, no.
Because there was one night where she was laying on me. We was on the couch.
Her.
Yeah, shout out to my beautiful goddess, Jenny Fire. Yeah. She's at work right now.
Shout out to Jenny.
We was laying on the couch and she was watching me while I was researching. She was like, who's this? And I was like, this is one of my closest friends from way back. And I'm interviewing him soon. And this is one of his songs. So of course I had to let her play. I played Crush. I played KIM.
Yeah.
I played all the lovey-dovey shit. I don't want to play. I mean, Keep It Moving ain't lovey-dovey, but
Right.
I played all the good shit that I felt that was my favorites.
Right.
Her words. She was like, "He reminds me of Anthony Hamilton."
Wow. That was a big influence of me just making music.
I figured that's why.
I mean, I was like a huge Neo Soul, like Soulquarians, like that whole movement. I was all about it.
Yeah,
all about it.
Once again, look out for this blog that I'm working on. You will see Anthony Hamilton referenced in this piece. Coming from where I'm from, one of those songs, but it's going to be there. If you haven't heard of it, you haven't watched the video, I encourage you to check it out, as well as 2 words from Kanye West, which features Mos Def and Freeway. This is going to be a big ass article. I hope you guys are going to be able to understand where I'm coming from. But anyway, shifting back. Let's see, where else are we going to go with this?
Yo, you know what? I got a little bit of a curveball.
What's up?
Here's how you should have known that I was like going to be like an R&B singer dude. Cause
how's that?
Because I did some R&B singer shit.
No,
it was a really interesting. All right, so we're gonna take it really back because it was just like a really interesting situation. But the way we handled it was so I don't know, it was so telling of just like the kind of like I don't know if it was telling of our friendships or whatever. But so Larry.
Oh man,
like this girl, right?
Oh man,
he like this, government. And we not even. Oh, my bad, bro. Cool. Yo, you know what I mean? But
I hate this nigga.
Yo, so he like this girl, right?
Oh,
and this
God.
was like I don't know. What grade was this?
It depends what girl. Say her name.
We gonna say the name?
I don't give a fuck.
Is Ashley Walker? I mean, it doesn't matter.
Oh, Ashley Walker. Yeah, definitely eighth grade.
Yeah, it was 8th grade though. But it was just like it was a really weird thing because like he liked this girl, so I was gonna wingman it. And I went over there to wingman, but like, I was like, damn, you got some good taste, bro. Cause like, I kind of started to like her too. So I was just like, yo. And so like in mid wingman, I'm like, yo, but like,
what about me?
Good. So I went back to I went back to him and I was like, yo, bro, like, I still got you.
But if she picked me, I don't want you to feel away.
I was like, but I shot my shot too. And then another friend.
Yeah, which friend was this? This was it Kamani?
Was it Kamani? Light skin, kind of buff at the time.
It might have been Kamani.
Kamani.
Yeah.
He came out of the works and was like, yo guys.
I like her too.
I like her too.
Like,
so we were like, yo.
Where the fuck all this come from?
Right, so we're like, all right, cool.
All right.
We'll
Best
like,
man win, nigga. Triple threat match. Let's go.
But it was like, yo, it was really funny because like, we literally was like, all right, man, like, yo, whoever get her, like, gets her, you know what I mean? And it was also, like, really weird because we'll be, like, texting each other, and then, like, I'll be on her way to her spot, and then I'll see Larry coming back. My bad, I said your government again. But I'll see him coming back from her spot, and we would just be like, all right, bro. You good? You good? We chilling?
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm going to see you in, like, an hour, because I'm probably just going to come back to your crib.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Anyway.
And we talk all about the shit.
Yo, it was crazy. You know,
okay, now that was one memory I definitely forgot about.
Yeah, and
all right, you got
it. It was funny because like for like a girl that age, you just developing. You got like 3 guys. Really, it was more than 3 of us.
Yeah.
That was like really into her.
Yeah. Shaka was one.
Shaka was Shaka's homie.
Yeah, the big nigga, the big doofy nigga.
He took him it was bro. They were like 7 dudes.
Listen, man.
7 dudes. And like, I mean, look, I was young. I didn't do anything. I can't talk about anybody else. I can't, you know what I mean? I was still, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
But I can't talk about anybody else, but like, it was like 7 dudes. And everybody was just like, may the best man win. I don't think anybody won.
I don't think anybody won.
You know what I mean?
It was literally the first ever elimination chamber before there was elimination chamber.
Right.
Oh, all my wrestling fans. All right, you got that. That was one curveball.
I had to pull that out.
Okay, you got that one. I'll let you have that. So you know what? Because this motherfucker wants to be slick and cocky.
Oh man, here we go.
We're gonna go to a song from another artist because I promised I would push and promote him.
Yeah.
Shout out to one of my Dark Kings affiliates. My nigga Cino has a new joint. Mainstream, you got no, you don't got that. Oh, okay.
Hold on,
So while
hold
he's
on.
getting that together, because I was gonna use that time to come up with another memory for this motherfucker.
Oh
So-
man, he's gonna hit you. About to hit me with
Nah,
another?
I don't know. Where should I go with this when it comes to fucking? I don't know. But actually, no, we don't even.
I got tons. I got tons.
Oh yeah, what else you got?
Well, nah, we're not gonna pull that one out. Remember the handshake we had?
Oh man, I remember vividly.
I don't remember the handshake.
yeah.
I just remember what transpired because of the handshake we had.
Yeah. Yo, listen, man. All I'm gonna say is I do not fuck with the American Towers niggas like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
Like Dark Side, yeah, it's different. Anyway, I know exactly what he's talking about, but fuck him.
But it's funny because like like growing up, you grow up around gangs, and everybody has so many cool handshakes. You want to make handshakes of your own.
Yeah.
There have been multiple situations. I had multiple handshakes with all different kind of groups, and that has happened. Well, things have happened because of those handshakes multiple times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Where
what that handshake
you
be
just
like?
minding your business, and you know what I mean? You like doing your cool handshake, and like a group of people see them and be like, yo, what's up with that handshake? And you be like, oh, but it's handshake. And they was like, nah, bro, it's not a handshake. And then,
Yeah.
whatever happens.
You can't fill in the blanks, nigga.
Right.
Be happy because you must come from privilege.
Right.
We good? All right. So right now, shout out to my nigga Cino, fellow Dark Kings. We're gonna go to this new joint. Check it out. We'll be right back. Dark Side Radio, Blackout The Rebel, Olu Bliss.
I had to just ride this joint for a minute. Right. Kind of wish we had lit another L. Shit. Oh, fuck it though. What you want though? It's been a minute since we got to record something for a minute that everybody fucking with. Oh, is that right? Yo, okay. They telling me I'm gifted, we was raised from a different cloth. Painted pictures with my words just to make them listen more. Hip-hop, Cobra Clutch, better yet a figure four. Hand rock to your tape pop, don't make me kill them all. Humble for a while I still hold aggression back. Urge to grip a weapon, then stretch your clap. Tell the DJ rewind the track, we already in motion. You can smell it in the air, we already been smoking. I'm cool, calm, collected, Lord knows I've been stressing. Cause loving the wrong woman just taught a value lesson. You never wanna listen, well I got your attention now. And they still wonder how I ain't died from a setup. Pick your head up, place where it gets dark and it's cold like Vanetta. Brooklyn, where you at, cause I'm about to get 'em. The Bronx came to Brooklyn, but I brought North Houston with me. Been around the world, so they know I get busy. And never talking really less I'm living. Let me put you in that feeling, cold cells, no visits. Holidays coming, ain't no mail runs. I came back home ready to kill some. Straight to the studio, shake the building. Venting these emotions that I still contain. Nothing but that good smoking lean to fill my tank. Now I wear a clean suit when I walk into the bank. Not bad for a rebel that just stood among some ranks. Yeah. Let me see some hands up of music that you feel. And wave from side to side like you just don't care. Yeah. Let me see some hands up of music that you feel. And wave from side to side like you just don't care. I was sleeping on the floors and awake on a late night. Fish scale residue all over great white. Swimming with the sharks, got us moving different. Who knew this man had a vision? Now you want to pay attention. Break my heart and call me a sucker. Never, I just showed you the best of me. Now I know better, now I'm doing better. Story of my life, and I barely believe it. Walking in the rainforest, I don't really have seen it. I can take you to the projects in Brooklyn, see the writing on the walls. Take you out to PG County where they shooting up the malls. I take you out west where they smoke you out, you feel it in your chest. They're telling me I'm next. So many like to say it, but it's honest as a guest. And I'm still broke as hell trying to get it all fixed. They got me in the courtroom jumping out the bricks. But my voice gon' live forever, so I'm never gon' trip. Venting these emotions that I still contain. Nothing but that good smoking lean to fill my tank. Now I wear a clean suit when I walk into the bank. Not bad for a rebel that just stood among some ranks. Let me see some hands up of music that you feel. And wave from side to side like you just don't care. Let me see some hands up of music that you feel. And wave from side to side like you just don't care. God planned me for this life, I had to focus in. Get compared to the greats, well here we go again. You might say Nas, Cole, or Kendrick. Either way they top tier rappers, man, you better pay attention. I've been doing this for years, painting pictures with my words. I'm walking through the jungle's eyes open and observe. You gotta see how they all moving, better play your attack, and that's a fact. You listen to my music and react, and they don't get it raw, feeling like AC in the summertime. All doors open and the sun is shining. Head in the freezer just to feel the breeze, and we share the same clothes. Homie, never disrespect me. I give it all the last for the people that I love. When shots rang out, I was sitting by myself, held it down, no help. Then it dawned on me, they ain't solid, they gon' fold on you, and you wonder why all them folks fold. Venting these emotions that I still contain. Nothing but that good smoking lean to fill my tank. Now I wear a clean suit when I walk into the bank. Not bad for a rebel that just stood a muscle breaks. Let me see some hands top of music that you feel, and wave from side to side like you just don't care. Yeah, let me see some hands top of music that you feel, and wave from side to side like you just don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, Blackout The Rebel, Dark Side Radio, Olu Bliss in the building. You just heard a new joint from my nigga Cino from Dark Kings. Shout outs to everybody over there in that movement. Shout outs to Corey J, Cino, Vijano, of course, Casita Show. Hope I'm not missing anybody. If I am, my apologies. The whole Kings movement is really doing their thing. So shout outs to everybody. Shout outs to Cino. Just dropped that. We debuting that joint, I believe. So I don't think that's anywhere else. So you just heard it here first, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. At this time, I guess, like I said earlier, I was going to tell you guys a little, like, the backstory and the history of how Dark Side Radio got started to begin with. And then, it kind of reinforces what I was saying in the beginning of the show of why he was so influential in the first place. So this is for a lot of you people who came on after the first year or whatever the case may be. So, of course, in the beginning, before Street Chemistry, before Dark Side Radio, I was just an artist, a hip hop artist, one of the most Southsidean, Darksidean niggas you would ever meet. Had those bars on deck. And I was one of those.
You thought bottle broken with the bottle open was bad? It sparked something completely. Just, I don't even know. I feel like maybe that's what it did it. Maybe I should maybe that's what did it. Because after that, it was this wordplay with the darkness. Yeah, that's where the darkness really came from.
That's a motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah, I was just a hip hop artist. I was just bar driven, listening to people like Olu said earlier, Joe Buttons, Eminem, later Lupe, of course Nas throughout my entire existence. So I was just going hard and being adamant about performing, getting my stuff out there. So it happened that I did this show in February at the Spot. Literally, that was the name of it. What was the name of that event? That was Voice February, yeah. For the Love of Music, brought to you in part by Mainstream. What was that? That was Voiceless. Yeah, it was Voiceless Music, the website. So did that because I was told that there was a radio interview that came along with it. And me, I was always trying to be strategic. I'm not going to just perform, motherfucker. Like, I'm going to get something along with it. Right. Like, let me get a video that's edited, or let me get an interview, magazine coverage, or something. So I did that. Week later, I did the radio interview with another radio station that will remain nameless. And I did that alongside Busy Bee. And I remember coming home that night. It was myself and the DJ, because me and the DJ go way back. He's from Southside as well. Okay. This motherfucker was knocked out asleep on the fucking train. So I'm sitting here talking to this nigga that I just met. Now, mind you, he did the interview. It was a great interview, but I didn't know this nigga like that. I knew the nigga that I was shooting with. So shout outs to Mastermind. This nigga was knocked out. So I'm on the train talking to Mainstream, and I didn't know Mainstream was Mainstream then. So we just talking we talking deeply about music. Yeah. And he was just like, yo, I want to start my own radio station. And he was just so passionate about music and just about the industry and about doing for the independent, for the up and coming artists. And just off the strength of Mastermind and also what I felt in that conversation, I was just like, yo, my nigga, anything you need, let me know. And I don't know how the conversation got to, like, if you want a show. I really don't. I don't really know.
Mainstream, drop a bomb for yourself. Drop multiple bombs for yourself.
Yeah, because he definitely slipped that in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was not thinking about my own show at no fucking point in time. He was like, yo. So we had that conversation. He was like, I was like, anything you need, let me know. And he was like, all right, I'm going to get started on this radio station thing. I'm going to get back to you. This was in February. I was never thinking about a radio show, let alone an entire station. So I don't know the time frame that it takes to actually research and build a station.
Right.
But I can assume that's going to take a long ass time.
Right.
So I'm used to people being flaky, and it's like, all right, he got those dreams.
All right, cool.
Either he's going to not do it, or he's going to do it, and so much time has passed that he's going to forget about me.
Right.
And it is what it is. That's cool. I'm just going to be over here with these bars, though.
Right.
Like I said, that shit was in February. This motherfucker hits me back in April, the end of April, talking some shit like, yo, so I got the station. What's good? I was like, well, nigga, I don't know.
Follow-up game.
Nigga, I was like, what
Crazy.
the fuck you mean? Like,
Yeah. That's rare, dude. That's very, very rare.
Yeah, like he really gives his all into this industry. So I didn't want him pussy out. I was just like, all right, so what the fuck am I gonna do? So he was like, yo, I need shows. I was like, I guess I can do a show, or I don't know what the fuck. So I started researching myself, like, what does it take to do a radio show and things like that. So I started looking at my own friends and seeing who was in the industry and the media that I can use that could actually like reprise their role in the media, get themselves back into the industry, and help their own personal brands while bringing together as a collective. So I got a few people that are, of course, not here today, whatever. And that's how Darkside Radio really came to be. Like, we was actually the first aired show on WVMR when we did the test run July 10th of 2016. We were the first ones to start doing Facebook Live to begin with.
Wow.
So, I'm just saying, like, we were one of the founding 5 shows of WVMR. And at this time now, we are up to, like, what now? 26, 27 shows? 26? Yeah, 26 shows. So,
yo, congratulations. That's like, y'all like, yeah, 26.
Yeah, nigga.
Like, but that's like a big deal.
Nigga, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's tight. Shout out to you guys.
Listen, man, we does this. WVMR stands for We Violate Mainstream Radio. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's the backstory of Darkside Radio, how it came to be. In the beginning, my original and still is my mission is to make sure that not only these up-and-coming, great, talented, sometimes overlooked artists are getting the promotion and getting the marketing and getting the support that they deserve, but also the people behind the scenes that make everything possible. The mainstreams, the Scott Morrises, shout out to More Bookings and More Value, Live Johnson, the graphic designers, the web designers, the engineers, the producers, KDK of Monday Night Raw is coming up after us, the photographers, the people who put everything in place and in order so people like Olu Bliss and people like myself can actually get the opportunity to shine.
It's a lot of people, man. Like, I definitely can't stand. I can't sit here and just be like, yo, everything was me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's so many people that looked out, so many people that help and that still do it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, I love it. I love the mission. There needs to be more people like doing that.
Listen, man, if you know anybody that's interested in any form in the industry, send them to us. We'll find a place for them.
Gotcha.
But so we are an hour into the interview. I guess I feel like I brought everybody up to speed as far as timeline wise go. Let's hit them off with a little bit of what's going on presently right now.
Okay.
Let's dive in, if you will. See what I did there?
Okay, I see what you did there.
Olu Bliss has a new joint, Dive In, off of his Traveling Bliss project, which we're gonna get into right now. This is Darkside Radio, Blackout The Rebel. We can't.
Not yet.
Why is that?
We're gonna wait.
We gonna wait? What's up? Yeah, I did. the link is in there. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
See, I was helping him play it off. I was helping him play it off. I was like,
know
yo,
what I'm doing.
Now we gonna wait. You know what I mean? We're going.
But okay, so while he's getting that together, Dive In after going through the project, and I do like the project, I feel like Dive In definitely has the single power. I feel like anybody that's a dreamer, anybody that has aspirations and goals outside of the traditional 9 to 5 can resonate and relate to the lyrics that's in the song. Especially when I saw the video when you were talking about how you got to Dive In, and you was like, there was like some guitar riff that you were listening to, and you had for a long time, and just 3 a.m. just woke up and was just like, yo, fuck it, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna write to this shit.
Yeah, it was
and
nuts.
The lyrics that came from it was very spot on, very beautiful. Like I said, once again, anybody that has any dreams, the lyrics that were in there was just talking about facing your fears and just overall being scared once you get from your mother's nest and being out in this world. Right. And okay, it's like, now how do I get to this dream? How do I get from A to B?
I'm getting the formula here, because Dive In is also it was the last project to get to the last song to end up on that project. Yeah. And it wasn't supposed to be on that. But I was just like I said, once again, I needed one joint. What's going on here? Oh, it's my beard. Yeah. Mustache. But yeah, it was just like one of those things where I was like, man, I need one more song. And I wrote half of that song, the first verse, but I just needed something else for the second verse. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like at night, I just woke up like middle of the night and just started writing it. And I was like, yeah, this has to end up on the project. Like this has to, and it's been the song that took off the most. Yeah. On it. So I'm just gonna start working on projects, and then I'll just last minute throw in the song. Yeah. You know, maybe that's the move.
It's funny. You actually have the same formula as Eminem. He records all of his music, and then at the very last minute, him and Dr. Dre review his project after he gets the audio listen. Because Eminem has a certain way of listening to his projects, unless once he gets to a completion, he has to listen to it in his bins because of the sound system that he has inside of it. So once he finds the sound quality is up to par to his liking, him and Dre, I believe, they go back throughout the whole entire project and see if there's a single. 9 times out of 10, there's no singles. They actually record the breakout single last. Wow. So that's how you got tracks like Without Me. I don't know. There was a few others, but Without Me was definitely one of those songs where it's just like, all right, we got to figure out something. Let's throw this together. Let's do that.
That's tight.
So yeah,
that's smart too.
You're on the right track.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You got.
I didn't know that.
You got similarities of Anthony Hamilton out here, following the same format and footsteps as Slim Shady.
Man, tell somebody.
I fucks with it. Mainstream, we good to go, sir. All right, right now we're gonna throw to a very new joint, and it's popping as shit. If you haven't heard it, I don't know what the fuck is the matter with you. This is Olu Bliss. Dive In, Blackout The Rebels, Dark Side Radio. We'll be right back.
Too late to decide what I want out of life. I'm scared, I'm petrified, I'll never live again. Ever since I was 18, I struggled to be free. What more can you name me? I can't be all of them. So dip me in the river where the sharks lie, ready on your mark. I'm learning how to survive. No time to grab a pen. In the twinkle of an eye, here comes the tide. You push right off the side, saying, dive in, dive in, dive in, dive in, and face all you fear. Dive in, dive in, dive in, dive in, and chase all of them. Is it too late to refine what you put up deep inside. Those scars you used to hide, your broken fantasies. Never wanted to be king, but royalty found me. The pressures of defeat gave me anxiety. While discovering the man I wanna be, shattered glass in front of me. Draft my sins in Portuguese. Only love on one condition, and that's unconditional. Close your eyes and listen as we dive in, dive in, dive in, dive in, and chase all of them. Dive in, dive in, dive in, dive in, and face all your fears. Dive in, dive in, dive in, dive in. Dive in, dive in, dive in, dive in. Dive in, dive in, dive in, dive in, and chase all of that.
Splash bitches, we are back.
Yeah.
Blackout the Rebel, Dark Side Radio, Olu Bliss. You just heard his new joint, Dive In, from Traveling
I like
Bliss.
that wordplay.
Available.
Splash.
Man, I does this, I'm telling you. Yeah, it's available everywhere, all streaming platforms and everything. So make sure you guys stream it, download it, share it, all that great shit. Yeah, man, that was it definitely. I love the music because it just places you in a good place. Like you really can't just like there's certain songs that I know that will amplify my insanity, but I cannot listen. It's like I can't listen to that and do a shooting spree in GTA. It just doesn't go together.
No.
Like, yeah. So everything has its own place. But as the song was playing, I definitely remember. I have another memory. Now, mind you, I'm watching this guy Olu Bliss. He's taking off. He's all these motherfucking different places and shit. One minute he's in LA, next minute he's in Texas, and he's in New York, and then he's in all these. I'm like, oh, okay, this motherfucker's really doing it out here. At that time, I was actually in between studios, so I was not recording music. I was always writing, and I never stopped. Ever since I was 9 and I got off that stage, I was constantly writing music. But as far as recording that motherfucker, that was a whole different story. So it wasn't until 2016 we met back up, and we was in your Brooklyn loft once again, and we was comparing notes. Like I had my album playing, and then you had your joint playing.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, finally I got some shit we can talk about now. Now, wait, one up, nigga, let's go. So I think that was dope. And then I was also looking at his loft. I was like, all right, maybe I should just stop this rap shit and do what the fuck this nigga's doing. This nigga loft was mad dope. It was big as shit for no fucking reason, son.
Yo, I think where were we? In the same spot?
I think it was the same spot.
It was the same spot. That was my.
Yeah.
That was not my law. Somebody else's.
Yeah. I mean,
but
you know,
have you been to the new spot?
uh,
I've been there for like 3 years now.
and where is it at?
It's like Bushwick.
I might have been.
Okay.
It had like white walls, and then it was like bricks. And
Yeah.
It
That,
was, okay, it was
yeah,
that one.
yeah.
That one. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, once again though, nigga, I don't know what you doing out here. Like that title push, that shit helped a lot. Cause I'm looking at this nigga, I was like, yo, say a word. I'm about to learn how to sing right now.
Yo.
This rap shit is not paying. Clearly, this singing shit is. Nigga, I'm about to dive in and start doing some people moving shit too. Like I don't know, but like I said, there's a billion memories. You guys are now up to date. We gotta start actually getting into your actual music, your actual artistry, and things of that nature. Now, I know this question, but of course, they out there don't know it. But how did Olu Bliss, the name, come to be?
Oh man, so really, it was really funny because back in the MySpace days.
Talk about it.
Yo.
Let's talk about the top 8.
Man,
how niggas used to get heated.
The top 8. And then people used to get so salty. It went from top 8 to like top 16. Then it was like
32.
Top 30. After 32, I'm like, yo, y'all like.
Why don't we just put everybody's top?
If I wasn't in the top 4, we weren't really rocking like that.
Like you know how ain't shit you got to be for there to be a top 32 and
right,
you still
right,
33?
Exactly.
Like, nigga.
Yeah. You just like, yo, whoever.
But that makes it worse, actually.
Right, you just like, yo, who's the dude who just be around eating pizza? All right, put that dude on the 32. You know what I mean? So, that's when I was like, when I first started like having my music out, dude, like, yo, I don't even know if you know. I don't know if I'm sure I sent it to you. When we did it, the first ever song that I ever done, or written, or recorded was a song. It was all on the Little John beat.
What's that? Laffy Taffy?
Not Laffy Taffy. It was like
Snappy Fingers.
No, it was it wasn't Snappy Fingers. Do you? No, wait. It wasn't what you Anyway, I wrote something to that, and it was the wackest thing. It was like retro kids on the move. It was the wackest thing ever. But like, I thought it was so hot. I was like, yo, this is my first song. I put it on MySpace, and then I was like, yo, I could put music out on MySpace. On like, we were like, yo, we could just do something and just throw it out there for all your homies or your friends to see. So I made a music page, and it was really, I was going by Olu Bliss. Like, because like music is my bliss, so I thought it was like really clever. And then I tried to make a MySpace page. You can't put an apostrophe in a URL.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right. So I guess I'm gonna just do Olu Bliss, and then from then on it just stuck. Mm-hmm. I like low key try to change it a bunch of times, and it just never everybody was just like, nah, you got to keep that. Yeah. Like you got to keep that. I was gonna change it before this, not this last project, but the one before that. I was gonna change it. Mm-hmm. Nah. It just stuck.
Nah, nigga, yeah. You gonna keep that old?
Yeah. It's gone.
Because it's unique. Like, I mean, everybody has their own names or whatever, but you just hear Olu Bliss, and you have to ask yourself, well, what the fuck am I gonna hear that's gonna be so blissful?
Right.
That for him to have that in his name,
right.
And then you listen to it, and it's like, I ain't gonna front. I was pretty goddamn positive.
You're kind of right.
I feel very good.
Right. It's on brand.
Like that shit could be like in a remake of Mary Poppins. That ass. Like just.
Good. Hey, bro. As long as I'm getting that Mary Poppins check.
That's a fact.
I'm talking about.
Nigga dancing in the rain because
right. Exactly.
But okay, so definitely, what have you? All right. Well, actually. Like I said earlier, you've been all these places, you performed, you've been doing interviews, been doing music videos. What place have you been to where you could say you've had the most fun as far as performing, as far as where maybe the most cathartic, as far as getting your music out, promoting it, or whatever the case may be?
That's a good question.
I got a few,
I mean, because they all break out into, there's like my most fun show, there's like my most kind of, I guess I did a couple years ago. I did my first like UK tour.
Nice.
And that was kind of dope because I went to do music, and just like I always I really got, like I said, what we were talking about, I really got into traveling and just like going to different places and being experienced. After I studied abroad, it was just like, yo, I like all these different places and I'm learning so much. But then like to actually go somewhere and do music there and like have all these like British people like singing my songs and stuff like that. And it's not even like they knew it. Some of them knew it, but like, making them sing my songs and they were singing it. Yeah. Singing them back. And I was like, oh, okay. Like this was tight. So that's probably been the most like just one of the surreal moments was like, yo, I'm really doing this. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is really happening. Yeah. One of the most, so it's really funny because I had that moment when you hopped off that stage way back when. That didn't happen for me until years later. After that didn't happen to me until after Deja Vu.
Yeah, I know. I read the story.
Yeah. Oh, I did. Okay.
After it comes right.
It was literally,
after Deja Vu.
It was literally on our last Deja Vu show, and like we had done all the, you know, we'd done shows over, and then we had all these like supporters, all these like fans, whatever, and they were singing along, and there was a moment because the speakers got messed up. The speaker messed up, and like the mics weren't working, and then we were just like, yo, we just gonna do the last song with none of that and just yell it. And then there was the moment where just like everybody was just like singing the song with us. We didn't even need a mic. And I was just like, yo, this is crazy. And we did like the big finish. And like, I was like, yo, I want to do this. Like I was like, I could do this. I was like, yo, this feels like, it was like one of those moments I was like, yo, this feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And like, I still get that feeling today when I like, especially when I perform and when I like sing and that energy, you know, it's just like you're in the place where I'm just like, yo, I'm walking in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now because it just feels like this is right. So yeah, that's another moment, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Now I've always heard this, and I feel like what you kind of said may have supported that theory a little bit, that people out of the country support and fuck with music a lot harder and more receptive than a lot of people in the States. Is that true?
It can be. Yes. It technically that's kind of true because you can go to, like, there's some independent artists that they'll do a European tour, and it's like as long as you have the right promoter, they'll have like sold out shows because people would just be like, oh, I don't know who this artist is, but I'll go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Here you gotta at least have like
a nigga headline that shit.
Right, exactly. Like you gotta, this is so much, you know, people are like, yo, who's this? I'm not gonna listen to it. I never heard him before. You know, so it's a little harder, but it also depends on like where you are. You know what I mean? It depends on like, New York is the hardest place to do music.
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? Ever. Like, New York is the hardest place to get people come out to shows, to get people to even listen to what you do music? All right.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, yo, I don't even tell people anymore that I do music sometimes. I'll just throw it out. I'll just tell them to listen to it. I'm not even aggressive with it. I'm just like, yo, you listen to it. And then people come back. And then it might even take them a while because they're like, yo, everybody, right? Yeah. Cool story, bro. And then when they finally listen to it, they're like, yo, but you ain't telling me. And I was like, I'm not supposed to. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah.
But you know what? I feel like your genre is very different. I feel like in the hip hop community, it's like a dime a dozen. You go in the hood, especially in, you know, once again, dark side. I feel like every block has at least 3 rappers or at least know somebody.
Bro, every household got 3 rappers.
Something like that, yeah. So it's a dime a dozen. But when you're you and you say, oh, I do music, but you're a singer, that usually isn't as common
right,
that
that's
you
true.
hear. And then also, I don't know why it is like that, but I guess it's because of the competitive culture that it spawned from when it comes to rap. But I remember the days where you told niggas like, yo, I rap. Niggas is like, oh, word? Let me hear 16.
Yeah. They're like,
those
yo, let me hear something.
Those are the days where it was just show and prove.
Yeah.
It's just like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Bullshit. What the fuck this nigga say? Yeah, nah.
Right.
But it's not as aggressive when it comes to singing. Like, niggas don't be like, all right, let me hear a tune real quick. Niggas don't say that.
Sometimes people do. That's
weird.
I'm just like, yo.
That's like saying, like, yo, what do you do? Like, I play ball. All right, well, here's a basketball. Let me see a crossover. Like, nigga, what the fuck?
The people used to always hit me with, like, yo, let me hear something right now. And I'd be like, I'm like eating a burger. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this is not the best kind of time. And they're like, you never know. And I get it, right? Because people always say that. Because when they're like, you never know who's listening. You never know who you talking to.
Yeah, but nigga, I know you. You
know what I mean? Be ready. You got to stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Body that's going to connect me to the top.
Like, fam, I just saw you, like, get off your mama's couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a time and place for everything. Now, if you see like a cute girl walking by, like, oh, no, nigga, I got you with those tunes right now.
I mean, there's a time and a place where you can, like, you know what?
Right now. Yeah.
I'll bust it out, you know? Like, yeah. For sure, I'm definitely, I'll you know, it depends on the setting, you know.
Okay, so from the time period of creating In Contrast, the process, the development, everything that went into that, and and the process and development and ordeal that you went into with Traveling Bliss, what can you say is the difference, and what can you say is the growth and what you learned?
Man, it's funny because I just wrote. I just did like kind of an interview, and I kind of talked about this a little bit. But essentially, with in contrast, I was a little bit more cynical when it comes to just like, even though some of those songs sound kind of sweet, they kind of really weren't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Underlining.
There's an underlining, and it was just like I was just like cynical when it comes to just like love and just like trust in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just like relationships or whatever. And just
which may explain why KIM was probably the
right, exactly. It was, I was like, nah, keep it moving. Like, nah, yeah, exactly why. So, but I think but also you got to understand too that 2011 was, in contrast, Traveling Bliss was 2016, really 2017, because it was the end of 2016.
Yeah.
But it did take that song, like, it took, and that's another thing I'll talk about, but the process itself was, it took a year basically for like the song to really just be like mixed and like just for all the like the post stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I think that there's a lot of growth in like the voice. There's a lot of growth. How we looking on time?
No, we're good.
Okay. There's a lot of growth in like just my vocal ability, my writing ability, you know, my ability to just like be like a little bit more vulnerable. And it's just like, it's still gonna keep coming. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like I've been setting the tone. You know what I mean? And then like as it kind of goes, as more kind of comes, I'm gonna be unraveling more into the sound and into just like myself as a writer. It's a natural progression. I'm growing constantly as a writer, as a singer. And I'm growing, and the sound is growing constantly in itself. So I'm just really excited about like all the other stuff that I got bubbling up, you know? But yeah, that's kind of like the difference between the two. And yeah, but it just takes so long for, you know, for me it's different because as a singer and like the kind of music that I make with like so much live instrumentation and
you
so
can't
much
just
production.
go to SoundClick.
Yeah, I can't exactly. And then also I can't just like one take Drake it, you know what I mean? Like I gotta like, it has to be just a serious, like we do takes, we cut it, we produce it, and then we put it out. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just kind of, I wish I could put out songs like rappers do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like 3 mixtape a month. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense.
I mean, you could just still feed the streets, you know, hit us with some covers here and there.
Yeah.
Some remixes and shit like that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that. I should have been done that. I mean, so many people got popping on YouTube just doing that, you know, and still do. So all the time I was like, man, I should have started doing that. I
mean, you did for a second. What was it? It was Vitamin Water that did the that you did the video with. It was you and I think the lady that did
yeah,
nigga, listen, I does this. I told you.
The Vitamin Water joint.
Yeah.
It was it a cover? Was it a cover? I think it might have been an original. Was it a cover?
I'm not sure if it was.
Oh no, I probably did like a Corey and Bailey Ray song.
Yeah.
And then maybe did like an original song at the time. But I remember it was a guitar player. She was a female guitar player. Yeah, dope.
Listen, man,
dude out here with the receipts.
I try.
Okay.
I does this.
Okay.
Listen, man, at this time we're gonna be closing out. Damn, 9:57 already, 9:58. God damn. This is well, of course, before I head out, Bliss, where can we find your music? Any last words and any shout outs?
Shout out to just the people that like continue to support me, and like I got this team of friends really that just like always help out. So shout out to them. You can find the music on Tidal, Spotify, iTunes, all those platforms. Olu Bliss, OLUBLISS. You can Google it. I'm search engine optimizable. Instagram, hit me up on the Insta. You know, everything. Like, yeah.
Okay. Last words.
I got a music video for Dive In coming out soon. So that's probably in like, it's like a movie, which is kind of great. It's the best piece of work I've ever done, and so many people, like, once again, helped make that happen. So I got that coming on. I'm going on tour in literally Friday I'm out to a California tour. To California. I'm just gonna be doing a bunch of shows in Cali, and in Dallas, and I'm back in New York. And then just keep in touch with the music and follow because I got like some heat coming out too. You know.
That's what's up. Blackout The Rebel, you guys already know, www.darksideradio.nyc.com is the official website where you can see this episode as well as previous episodes. I will see if I can get a couple of joints from Olu Bliss on there as well. Darkside Radio Book is at gmail.com is the official email if you guys want to talk to me about anything that's business. We're not doing Pornhub, Katie. Fuck out of here. Darkside Radio is the Instagram. Darkside Radio is the Facebook. Fuck Twitter because they suspended my Darkside Radio account so they can suck a dick with their eyes open. Darkside Radio is the SoundCloud. Darkside Radio is the YouTube. This is Blackout The Rebel. We got Olu Bliss. Make sure you check out Traveling Bliss, the new album available everywhere. Make sure you take it back. Get the essence where it all began. Get In Contrast. Get Deja Vu. Hit me up. I will show you where to find it. But this is Darkside Radio. Blackout The Rebel. This is our 2-year anniversary. So fuck everybody who thought we was going to make it here. See y'all niggas next week. I'm out.
What's up? My name is Olu Bliss, and I just had like one of the dopest, honestly, one of the best radio interviews that I had on Darkside Radio. So yeah, man, you gotta like peep in, check in. I'll come back again. I'm coming back. I'm coming back again. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. All right.